All right, next question. How would you define success when it comes to addressing Austin's transportation situation? Mike Martinez.
I think there are many measures that you can use to address success. Some of those include affordability. Some of those include how many cars we remove from our roadways each and every day. The bottom line is hardworking families need that option. There are many Capital Metro riders who are dependent riders, and without public transit, they wouldn't be able to get to and from work, to the grocery store, or their children wouldn't be able to get to school and back home. The measure of success, though, is are you stable enough to provide the service that your community needs and stable enough long-term to have that 5, 10, 15-year visioning as we've done at Capital Metro over the last 4 years. I think that the true measure of success could also be what we're heading for in November, whether or not citizens support Proposition 1 or not. That is certainly going to be used by many folks to say whether or not we are successful as a community enough to where the citizens entrust us with indebting themselves for these road and transportation projects.
Time's up. Randall Stevens.
The most successful aspect of city's improvement, and it's been the state, I think, and the city's cooperation with it, is over at East Riverside and SH71. They bridged SH71, traffic flows through there without stopping. They removed a light at, I believe it was Thornbury, across from the cargo area at the airport. People can take a right turn out of that street and do a U-turn to come back and go toward Bastrop or vice versa, coming in from town. Those type of improvements, those infrastructure improvements need immediate, urgent attention, and we need to invite all the mayors, the next mayor should invite all the mayors in the state of Texas to conference on mobility funding and get those mayors to go out and tell their state legislature, red or blue, white or green, that we need to reconsider gasoline excise tax funding, and we need to perhaps adjust it so we have much funding for the RMAs, the regional mobility authorities. That's my position on that.
Sheryl Cole.
I think transportation would be a success if we are able to reduce some congestion and we are able to pay for future reduction through roads and rail. It is truly a compliment to this city and its prosperity that we are actually able to go to the voters and ask them for the funding for the Prop 1. I worked on the managed lane proposition for MOPAC, and that agreement allows for $100 million to be put into the managed lanes, but it will return $230 million to the region for other transportation projects so that our money is not going to Wall Street, but it's being used locally. I think future generations have to buy into the transportation system, and also everyone has to be committed on a collaborative basis to reducing our carbon emissions.
Steve Adler.
I'm sorry, would you please repeat the question?
Sure. How would you define success when it comes to addressing Austin's transportation situation?
We begin by not being the 16th worst city with congestion. We were 5 years ago, or the 4th worst city that we are today. I think you define success with respect to congestion by diminishing the time that people are sitting in cars. And I think that in order for us to do that, we need to actually move forward and actually have projects that are helping achieve that. My concern is that the success that we would want to have with respect to transportation doesn't seem to be arriving as it should, and I think we can do better.
Todd Phelps.
Well, I would define success if you were planning for the future constantly, which our leaders haven't done by their own admission, maybe for 4 years, but not prior to that very much. I would define that to be the number one thing. You need to constantly be planning for the future and looking for constant flow wherever you possibly can with an east and west nexus with possibly a non-beholden system starting downtown that could go up very quickly that was modular and somewhat privately funded. People don't want to get out of their cars yet. It needs to be semi-private with good AC, but something that's above ground that is not so cost prohibitive as some of the other ideas out there.